Hello dear fragrance enthusiasts, welcome to my channel, Lepekol here. Today we are going to review 5 amazing fragrances, starting with 212 VIP Rosé by Carolina Herrera, a champagne powdery fragrance. We will review Van Cleef Arpels, Orchideé Vanille, collection extraordinaire, really beautiful presentation, outside, inside, and the smell is amazing as well. We will have a look on Kayali's newest release, Invite Only Amber 23. Also, spoiler alert, I love this fragrance. We will talk about Boucheron Quatre. This fragrance, I believe it's not really that talked about on the internet. And last but not least, we will talk about Kenzo World, a fantasy collection. This has really beautiful bottle, but you will see it in a second. But before we do so, if you like my videos, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, dislike, comment, ask me a question. I will be thankful for anything. The first fragrance we are going to talk about today is Kenzo World Fantasy Collection. This collection was made in addition to the classic Kenzo World with the pinky blush bottle. And as you can see, guys, in this version, the bottle has flowery ornaments all around the glass part, which makes it really special and extraordinary. And this fragrance will be definitely a star on your vanity. Maybe an interesting information. One of the perfumers behind this fragrance is very well known and very well loved perfumer Francisco Jan. So if you like his perfumes, there is a high chance that you might like this one as well. Therefore, guys, I can only advise you to try it by yourself. The bottle overall, it's made very well. The sprayer sprays beautifully. And out of the bed you can get this pear, which is fresh, flowery, yet sweet. However, I must tell you guys, the fragrance itself is the same as the classic Kenzo World one, so be aware. The main accords are floral, powdery, woody, violet, musky, fresh, sweet, rose, citrus, and amber. Top notes are bergamot, pear, middle notes almond blossom, peony, and rose, and base notes are violet, isoe super, orris, sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. This is a great everyday fragrance all around the year, definitely a win for pear lovers, because pear is a really dominant note in this fragrance. For the ones who are not that much of a fan of a pear, this would not be a safe blind buy, so please test it before you buy it. Regarding the age group, I would say the target group would be above 20 years old. This is a fresh fragrance and sweet and floral, but yet still very elegant. I can imagine this fragrance to be suitable for an interview. Also, this fragrance is great choice for the office environment, for people who are working closely to their customers. I can imagine this fragrance to be worn during an official events like an opera or company event or a cinema, for example. This fragrance in general projects, but it's not offensive to the other people. This fragrance would be an amazing choice for the weddings, as a guest or family gatherings, or if you're attending a school graduation, or if you are a graduate yourself. I can also imagine people wearing this on a date night next to the sea or water, sitting outside the restaurant during the summer evening or like early autumn evening. And it's really nice fragrance. Next fragrance we are going to talk about is Boucheron Quatre Eau de Parfum. This fragrance, I feel that it's not really talked about on YouTube or within the fragrance community. However, in the region where I live, which is in northern central Europe, let's say, this fragrance has really good reviews and a lot of them, so people really like this fragrance here. I must admit that when I got it, the top part does not open the usual way, and I had to be a little bit Sherlock Holmes till I found out how it really opens. At a certain time I was even afraid that I might broke it, so be careful. It opens this way, which seems pretty easy now, but at the first it was a little bit confusing. Overall, the bottle presentation is very nice. It's simple and elegant, the same as the fragrance itself. The main accords are citrus, fruity, sweet, white floral, musky, powdery, fresh, woody, rose. Top notes are grapefruit, tangerine, lemon, and orange. Middle notes are jasmine, apple, big strawberry, rose, and peach. Base notes are white musk, cashmere, cedar, vanilla, and caramel. This fragrance for me is the epitome of professional working environment fragrance. It's very well blended, it's soft, inoffensive, elegant, rather for women about the age 30, I would say, maybe even younger can pull this fragrance. However, I believe that this fragrance suits more mature audience rather than the young one. It's very universal. It could be worn during the day, during the evening, all year around. Is it something very special and wow? Maybe not, but definitely it's a fragrance which will be accepted by the surroundings very well, and this could be, I believe, worn even by the pregnant women who are sensible on the scent. I can imagine to wear this fragrance by a woman who is in reception, who works in HR, who does a lot of interviews. Yes, and I believe this fragrance is very good for interview as well. Overall it's quite inexpensive, so I guess this would be a good choice if you are on a budget, but you would like to present yourself as a young professional or senior professional. For me, this is the fragrance you should go after. Let me know what you think, guys. Have you ever smelled this fragrance? The third fragrance we are going to talk about today, it's Carolina Herrera 212 VIP Rosé. This fragrance has a modern shape. For me, it looks like a pill. The cap is magnetic, so you don't need to be worried that it falls off. It has this rose gold champagne color, which actually is the point of this fragrance. It's really pleasant and elegant, yet still have this young person's vibe. I would say this fragrance suits younger audience, also the more mature one, but I believe that the target group of this fragrance is 15 plus, more towards 20, 25, to people who are on their studies, who are young adults, young professionals, who like to have fun, who like to party, who like to socialize. The main accords are fruity, champagne, floral, aldehydic, sweet, musky, woody, citrus, powdery, and amber. Top notes are champagne and fruity notes, middle note is peach blossom, and base notes are white musk, woody notes, and amber. This fragrance is very cheerful, is bubbly, it's powdery as well, it has a little bit of elegance. This fragrance is definitely suitable for women or girl who is active, who is social, who likes to explore, who has a lot of expectations from her life. I can imagine a girl or a young adult who is a skater or a surfer wearing this perfume, but also a romantic girl on her dates. I can imagine more mature women to wear it on different occasions, to work, to gym, to the gallery even. It's really universal fragrance, and you should try it, guys. If you never smell this fragrance, you should try it, to be honest. The longevity is around 5 to 6 hours. So if you're going on a holiday trip, I would advise you to take either the fragrance with you or make a decant and be able to refresh this fragrance during the day. Otherwise, you have nothing to lose. Price-wise, it's quite affordable and it's really lovely fragrance. I have nothing against this fragrance at all. Guys loves it. What more do you want to have from the fragrance? I don't know. Do you know? Maybe you can share. The next fragrance, it's so-called YouTube made me buy it, and I bought it thanks to Gabby Loves Perfume, so thank you, Gabby. This fragrance is called Van Cleef Arpels Orchideé Vanille, EDP. It's very gourmand fragrance, and she was telling about this fragrance so many beautiful things, so when I saw it I had to have it. This is very soft and delicate vanilla fragrance. It reminds me of sourdough or yeast dough, which we usually make during the Christmas time. I really like to eat it, I really like to smell it. It's also with the vanilla sugar and lemon inside. This one gives me the same vibes. It's very yummy and evokes in me really good memories and good feelings about this time of the year. I would definitely say that this fragrance is suitable more towards late autumn to winter rather than summer months. You can see I already put some dent in it because I was testing it so much on my skin. I have to admit this fragrance is more skin scent fragrance. It does not have the biggest projection in the world, but if you wear it around the house or maybe to the office during the pre-Christmas period or during the Christmas period, if you have to work during this period, it really gives you this cozy, comfortable vibes. I really like this fragrance. The main accords are vanilla, sweet, powdery, floral, chocolate, warm, spicy, almond, and fruity. The notes on Fragrantica are not divided into the top notes and so on. So overall there is vanilla, dark chocolate, vanilla orchid, tonka bean, bitter almond, mandarin orange, violet, white musk, lychee, cedar, and Bulgarian rose. But the dominant note here is definitely vanilla with the chocolate or tonka bean, a little bit of almond, and it's really delicate. I really like it. I can imagine target group of women above 30 rather than the very young audience. This is definitely a great fragrance when you are wearing a cozy wool cashmere sweater, guys. What do you think? Let me know. The last fragrance we are going to review today is Kayali Invite Only Amber EDP. This is not first impression of the fragrance. I already had an opportunity to test it out, to wear it to different occasions, to visit a friend, to visit a cinema, to go to the office, to go for a walk or for a date with my boyfriend, and everywhere it had a positive reaction. Although I'm testing a lot of fragrances nowadays, I must admit that this fragrance is really recognizable, and my boyfriend always recognizes when I wear this fragrance. He loves it by himself as well. Sometimes he sprays it on himself in cooperation with another, like men's fragrances. I really love it. It's a gorgeous fragrance. I already tested it with Kayali Vanilla, a really beautiful combination. This lasts quite a long time for me, 6 to 7 hours. I already wore it before bed and I could smell it on myself in the morning. Okay, it was a little bit faded, but it was still there. It's a really gorgeous fragrance, guys. The main accords are sweet, amber, warm, spicy, tobacco, cherry, woody, cinnamon, nutty, vanilla, and powdery. Just because there are too many notes, I will not read through all of them. However, for you it's important to know that the main notes are cherry, chocolate, tobacco, and spices, at least for me, and this projects the most on my skin as well. This fragrance, due to these notes, is very seductive, it's very sexy, a little bit dark. I believe it's suitable more towards women of age 20 plus or even men because it's quite unisex, and I would wear it during rather autumn and winter, maybe summer, but nights. This is definitely a perfume of a year for me. And by this sentence I would like to tell you thank you for staying with me this long time, And I hope to see you next time in my next video. Till then, I wish you a lovely day. Ciao!